Welcome back to the Hemo Life podcast, baby edition. As you can see, welcoming Boots into the podcast community. But we are here today to dive into the stories of warriors who rise beyond the diagnosis. I'm your host, LA. Today's episode highlights a young man redefining what's possible, not just for the bleeding disorders community, but for athletes everywhere. All right, before we get started, today's episode is powered by Rise Energy Strips, the all-natural, fast-acting strip that dissolves right under your tongue to give you clean, sustained energy and focus whenever you need it. No sugar, no crash, just performance. So whether you're grinding through work, hitting the gym, or chasing your dreams, Rise Energy will help you stay sharp, alert, and in control anytime, anywhere. All right, guys, let's jump into today's story. Our guest is Jason Slonaker, an elite high school basketball player living with severe hemophilia. Jason hasn't just defined expectations, he's dominating the court, ranked among the best in his state, while managing a condition most people would call limiting. This conversation is more than basketball. It's about belief, discipline, and legacy. All right, Jason, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man. And this is Dr. Joe. If you haven't met him, he's a severe hemophilia. I don't know if you've been keeping up with our episodes, but we've kind of teamed up as host and co-host and trying to elevate this platform for all hemophiliacs so we can inspire people all over the world. And I think your story is going to resonate with a lot of young people. So take us all back, Jason, to where it all started. When did your love for basketball begin, and when did you realize it was going to become more than just a hobby for you?
Well, at first, I started playing baseball when I was probably about like 2 or 3, maybe 4. And then I played that all the way until I was in 6th grade. So I was probably like 13. And then I started playing basketball just for fun, like with friends. And then I started to actually like it a lot. And then I joined a summer league with some of my friends. And then that's where my love for the sport came. And then I just started playing a lot, like almost every day. And then eventually it was every day.
Growing up with hemophilia, what were those early conversations like with your parents? I know a lot of parents watch the show and they have concerns about letting their kids play in sports. So how was that for you?
Yeah, my mom, she always told me, like, just be careful with what I do, like, the doctor's obviously gonna tell me not to play sports or like most sports not to play, but most of the time I was safe, and then I would always do my medicine and everything before, so she kind of let me, but she was kind of like lenient with basketball because it was a lot more contact. Like, when she actually saw me playing basketball, she realized how much contact it really was, and then she was kind of like, she didn't know if I should do it, but then I just kept playing, and
Yeah. So are you a mild, moderate, or severe?
I'm severe hemophilia A.
Yeah, that's what I am too. And
Yeah.
I mean, have you had any issues with like joints,
Yeah,
joint bleeds, anything like that? I mean, I played basketball a lot through high school and whatnot, and I had 2 shoulder surgeries. Tell me if you had any issues.
my both of my ankles are really like a target joint, and about in August they told me that my right ankle had bone bruise, or like it was bruising. So they told me to take like a month or 2 off. So I couldn't play for like 2. I didn't play for like a month and a half until I felt like I was ready to come back. But that was like the main problem, because every time I would play, I didn't realize what it truly was, like how big of a injury it was. And once they told me that, then I was like it really is bad.
Yeah, what position do you play?
I play point guard.
Okay, cool. So are you good? Like, I mean, when you're playing, are you like, how tall are you? I mean, I can't really
I'm like
see how big you are. Like,
5'7".
okay, yeah, I'm 5, so
He's
okay.
15. I thought he was 17, but he's 15.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, I tell you what, I mean, basketball, it is a contact sport, but the fact that you're getting through it and you're actually excelling is pretty amazing. I mean, LA, bodybuilding to hit, the professional level that he was at, I mean, he had to, accordingly dose his factor and do prophylaxis and know how to work specifically certain joints to be careful. And it sounds like you've, I guess managed your hemophilia along with being an elite player. So that must be an exciting thing that you're like, hey, I can still play as long as I can do it a certain way,
My mom, she would only let me play basketball once I learned how to infuse myself. So until then, she wouldn't let me play until I learned how to infuse myself.
What age did you start infusing yourself? Just curious.
I was probably about 10 to 11.
Okay.
Somewhere in that area.
Yeah, I was about 10 or 11 too. It's hard to like do the shots and like hurt yourself at that age.
Yeah.
But then when you start doing it, you're
You
like,
start to get
I feel
used
more
to it.
confident.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, me in LA, I don't know what factory or what product you're on, but we have to do intravenous infusions. And I tell you what, just you get used to it. I mean, but when you're 10 years old, it's kind of hard. But
Mhm.
I mean, you get over it.
Yeah. So what's your regimen look like each week?
Usually they just want me to do it the days I play, but since I have practice every day, I still do it every other day. So I'll do it Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Unless I have games on the weekend, then I'll schedule it according to the games because they always want me to do it the day of a game just in case anything happens.
I
Okay.
mean, what's your like? I guess if today, someone asked you, what do you want to do with your life? Like, was it, yeah, I want to see how far I get in basketball. I want to
Yeah.
play college. What is your dreams?
As far as I could get with basketball, and if basketball doesn't work out, then something within basketball, just because I have that love for the sport.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, that's awesome, man. I love that. Is you have a favorite team or
Yeah, I'm a
anything like?
Warriors fan.
Okay. All right. All right. Do you watch like Mizzou basketball? So you're a Warriors fan. Any
Yeah.
college basketball?
Um, a little bit. I'm a Duke fan. I've been a Duke fan since I was like as young as I could remember.
All right. All right. So you're a Cooper Flag guy.
Yep.
So I've got a lot of questions, man, for you. I mean, there's so much about you. So like, first of all, before I jump into these questions, tell us a little bit about your accomplishments. I mean, we just said, hey, you're a good basketball player, but like, let's tell the audience like more about your accolades, what you've been able to accomplish, because I want to go further into what did you do differently managing your chronic disorder? What did you do with your disciplines and your mindset and your behaviors to get to this elite level? Because with our mentorship stuff that we're doing, we're trying to bring leaders together where we're teaching these skills that some people don't have. But for some reason, it seems like you've acquired these skills that have helped you elevate yourself to a whole new level.
Mhm.
And I think that's fascinating. And I'd like you to talk on that a little bit.
Well, I was ranked top 100 for my scoring for this past year, so that was a big accomplishment just to have that. And then, I mean, just making like varsity, being able to play varsity is a really big accomplishment for mine.
Yeah, that's huge, man. It's at varsity as a freshman is
Mhm.
pretty. And then, I mean, so you said you're not, I mean, how tall are the other kids compared to you? I mean, I don't really know, like in competitive basketball, like are they really tall at your age already, or how does that?
It kind of just depends. I mean, sometimes I play people all like around the same height, and then sometimes they're like giants. Sometimes they're super tall. So it really just
Yeah,
like depends where or like who we're playing against.
yeah. So I feel like if you don't have the height advantage, then
Mhm.
you have to make up for it somewhere else. I mean, you got to be throwing some
Yeah, he's a
elbows.
good
You got to
he's a
be
good shoulder. Hey,
like breaking ankles. You got to be doing something. So what is it that you do that separates you and kind of makes you, on your level?
I feel like I can like the way that I see the court. I can pass the ball, and I'll see when someone's open before they kind of get open. Like I'll know when they get open, so I'll be ready to pass them the ball. And I can
Okay,
also
so
I
good.
can
gotcha.
score and shoot. So
How many points have you scored in a game like your most?
most was probably I think it was like 22 or 23, and that was over travel pretty recently.
Sweet.
Well, I got to.
Awesome. I love that, man. You're doing it. That's awesome,
Mhm.
man. And hey, how cool would that be if I mean, imagine if you made it to like college or
I
pros.
know that
Like
would be.
we could be like, hey, that guy has severe hemophilia. Like so I, have severe hemophilia. I'm a doctor. LA, he rose to the occasion and became like, a professional bodybuilder. And now we're doing this podcast. But what I'm trying to say to you is like, dude, like, don't ever let hemophilia limit you. If you want to be a professional basketball player, dude, do it.
Mhm.
Like, don't let anyone tell you different. If you have the talent and the persistence, you will do it. I don't come from a whole line of doctors. I had to fight, claw to get where I'm at today. And so it's same for LA. I guess for people viewing this podcast, like I view you, Jason. If you want to do that, dude, you're gonna do it. There's no maybe, like
Mhm.
you're gonna do it. And I'm excited to watch your journey and just it sounds like you're driven and man, just I
Mhm.
guess what I'm trying to say is I have a lot of confidence in you doing this because hemophilia kind of makes you a little bit more resilient and a little bit more mature at an earlier age and I feel like you could really arise to the occasion and accomplish your goals.
Like, for any of the games that you played in, have you ever stepped on the court injured, like having a bleed, but being like, hey, I'm going to push through it anyway?
Yeah, I was in seventh grade, and I wasn't gonna play the game because I had a really bad bleed in my left elbow. It was like super swollen. I couldn't even put my arm straight. But we only had four players, so I had to push through because I still wanted to play, or I still wanted us to like be eligible to like play and stuff. So ended up playing through the injury, and
Dang. So, I mean, that's like some of the, decisions we have to make as hemophiliacs. It's like, hey, I mean, we get one life to live, but we do know that anytime we have a bleed and we let it linger on, it
Mhm.
can cause permanent damage to your joints. But I know for me, so before I got into bodybuilding, golf was my passion. I was going to be a professional golfer no matter what. You know, I didn't understand my hemophilia. I was the only person in my family who had it. I didn't really have any mentors to teach me anything, but I trained relentlessly. Nobody ever had to tell me to practice, and I would practice for so many hours that I would get bleeds in my elbow. And because I didn't understand my hemophilia, I just ignored the bleeds. I was just like, you know what? I'm just going to pretend like I don't have hemophilia. Who cares? And I would just go, go, go. I would play in tournaments with wrist bleeds and ankle bleeds. And I don't know. I just thought that I was being strong, being tough, and kind of pushing through it. And it wasn't later into my career that I started getting the permanent damage in my elbow. I couldn't straighten out my elbow anymore, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like, I've caused some serious damage." I had no idea. So, I mean, I guess there's a fine line, but, I mean, my whole thing was always like, "Hey, I get one life. I'm freaking going 100
Mhm.
miles per hour." Maybe it'd be better to be a little bit smarter, play my cards a little bit differently, but what's your thoughts on that, man? I mean, are you the same way? "Hey, I got
Yeah,
one life. I'm like, let's get
yeah,
this."
I'm like the exact same way, you know? We only have the one life, you gotta live it to the fullest.
Well, I would say, man, just keep being persistent. I love your enthusiasm, and like, man, I'm excited, man. I hope to see you on the stage one day at a big stage,
Mhm.
college ball or pro ball, and so I can say, hey, that guy has severe hemophilia. He's one of me. He's a brother of mine, dude, and we're both severe A. So I don't know, man. I like I said, I played, but had to get two shoulder surgeries, and I still love the game. I love to play the game, watch the game. I have a brother that's 25 years old. He has severe hemophilia A, and he loves to play basketball. And just like, man, you gotta grab the torch and be a trailblazer for us, man.
To feed off of what Dr. Joe was saying, you're representing more than just yourself out there now. You've got a huge community. Does that give you any extra motivation knowing that you're showing kids with hemophilia that their dreams are still possible?
Yeah, it really like does because there's people probably in the same kind of like area that I was in, like not knowing if I should really play sports or worried that I'll have too much contact and not be able to play. But them like supporting me and stuff makes me feel a lot more confident to keep playing.
That's awesome, man. I mean,
I
you
love it.
truly, just let you know, like from my experience, I felt like I was a trailblazer and a pioneer because I didn't see anyone else like me taking sports to a new level and pushing their limits mentally and physically, emotionally, and you are still in that era. You're still in that era where so many things are changing. People are just now starting to shift their mindset that they can accomplish their dreams and goals. So you are in a position where you can be a major influence to the next generation of leaders that are coming up. So, I mean, I think you really should um, take that into consideration that, you're leaving a legacy.
For all of us, man. So I don't know. I'll be praying for you. If you have any questions, if there's any way we can help you through the podcast, like, dude, like, I mean, what you're doing is really, really amazing. So I'm excited, man.
Yeah. I mean, and we're gonna be launching like a school program. Have you ever heard of school?
No.
It's S it's called SKOOL, and basically create a community for hemophiliacs and have a bunch of different categories in there from sports to video games, streaming. Dr. Joe's, he's into Pokemon and stuff too. Like, and so we're going to just create an awesome community there. So it'd be kind of cool to have you in there and, chatting up with other people. And, even at your age, you can inspire people.
And we're gonna bring the community together. So like we're all one. We all have hemophilia, and just if there's any way one person can benefit and from another person, and like we all share our ideas and create this community of mentorship, like that's what it's all about. I mean, just getting on this podcast and hearing your story has like made my day, and really like the fact that you're out there and you have in the back of your mind like you're thinking, wow, like this is more than just basketball. This is about really inspiring other hemophiliacs that you can do it.
Um, there's been a lot of talk lately, and there a lot of people want to know a young person's perspective on the current environment I don't know if the environment's the right word, the current scope where hemophilia medication is going right now. So there's a lot of new medications, subcutaneous injections, and even gene therapy where, there's trials going on. There's some approved gene therapies that with one injection, you could possibly, eliminate having hemophilia. Like How do you feel about all this stuff? Are you excited to try any new product that comes out? Are you hesitant to do it? Just what are your
Yeah,
thoughts on that as young?
when my mom first ever told me about gene therapy, I told her like sign me up as soon as she can. Like I want to be, even if I'm too young, I want to like still try it at some point. You know, I want, because then I feel like the only thing that's holding me back with sports will be hemophilia. Because I don't know if my joints or
Yeah.
something will like hold up. So to have it like
Yeah.
pretty much gone, kind of in a way, would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Out of curiosity, what factor do you take right now?
Hey, uh,
Advait?
Yeah, I think yeah.
Have you thought about like any of the other subcutaneous ones, like the Heme Libra, like where you just inject yourself?
Yeah,
Like,
we were gonna talk about that, or the doctors talked about that. They keep trying to get me to switch it, but they said they don't know how well it'll be since I'm so like active that
so
also have
active.
to take it like
Yeah.
every week, or also have to take it really often.
Jason, your story is powerful, man. You've proven that limits are only real if we choose to believe in them. So thank you for showing us what resilience looks like. To everyone listening, remember your diagnosis. It doesn't define your destiny. Your discipline does. This is the Hemo Life podcast. Thank you, Jason. Again, thank you, Dr. Joe, for joining. And hopefully we can connect again and follow up on how you're doing mid-season. And
Hmm.
yeah, where can people find you on social media?
My Instagram is J4Hooping.
J4 hooping. Okay.
Mhm.
Awesome. Well, hey man, it's been great, and keep essentially just keep at it, man. We're all wanting to see you rise, man. I'm telling you.
Rooting for you, man. All right. Well, have a good night, guys. Appreciate it.
Cheers.